Hello, thank you very much. Joining our television program Discover Turkey. As you know, we started our new program in our previous weeks, and thank you very much. You returned us and sent messages and asking some questions, and we are going to keep on talking about Turkey and the treasures of Turkey historically, and why should we come to Turkey and see the Turkey's one wonderful places in Turkey. And today, inshallah, we will talk about one of the most important centers of the world, historically one of the greatest places of the world. That is Ephesus. Ephesus was also mentioned in Bible. You can see that St. Paul had written a letter to Ephesus people those days, a long time ago, and they converted to Christianity. Ephesus is it was a city in the west of Turkey. It was a harbor city, and there were a lot of vessels were coming Ephesus, and they were trading with other Greek cities such as Athens and Rhodes and Thessaloniki, and that is why it was one of the important centers of the Western Anatolia and ancient Greece. And but today it is not harbor anymore because of the rivers and also the erosion brought earth and closed fulfilled the sea. And Ephesus is inside of the Anatolia at the moment. And what is the importance of Ephesus historically, religiously? Those days it was an economical center, and it was very populated city, and it was the center of the polytheism. St. John, he was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, and also he wrote the John's Gospel. He brought Mother Mary to Ephesus, and today if you visit Ephesus you can see the house of Mary as well, and the church of John in Ephesus, and many Christians all around the world, even from Latin America, Christians are coming and visiting Mary's house to be pilgrim, and they are visiting and they feel all the spiritual things while visiting the church of John and also house of Mary. Of course, it is not only the things about Ephesus values, not only this church and house, but also you can see the greatest and the biggest library of the ancient time, Celsus Library. There were many books those days in that library, and people were reading. And the library was built for the name of the governor of the Asia. Asia name comes from the Western Anatolia. Those days Romans called Western Anatolia as Asia state. And they named Asia, this area. So the continent name of Asia comes from this state. And Ephesus was the center of the state Asia's like capital city those days. And when Mother Mary and St. John came this area, of course the citizens of Asia affected of this, and then they started converting from polytheism to Christianity. And also the letter of Paul affected people, Ephesus people. They started converting Christianity as well. And today, when you visit Celsus Library, you can see the grave of Celsus, because Celsus was the governor of Asia. And this library had been built for his memory. It's a monumental library. And his grave was nearby the statue of Athena. Athena was the goddess among the Greeks and those days, and the Athena was also the goddess of wisdom. When we look at Roman gods, she's equal with the planet Mercury. And when we look at astrology, also Mercury is the symbol of wisdom, and it has all relations each other when we observe it. And today, when you visit the library, unfortunately, because of the earthquakes, only the entrance door and also the entrance wall still standing, but some walls, side walls and the rear wall, unfortunately, were pulled down by the heavy earthquakes, because the Western Anatolia was an earthquake area. And Mother Mary and Saint John Mother Mary was taken by Saint John to Ephesus. It is because of making people Christian, because her existence affected the people around of Ephesus. And there is also one strange thing which was not very known in Ephesus, that is Luke's grave. If you ask who is the Luke, Luke is one of the gospel writers. In Nicaea, 4 gospels were accepted by the Christians. One of them was Luke's gospel. And Luke's gospel, when you read it, it is attracting your wisdom as well. And Luke's grave is going to get you surprised, really. And normally Luke was born in Antioch. Antioch is today it is Antakya or Hatay. In Turkish language we say Hatay. And the first church of Christianity was built by St. Peter in Antakya. 250,000 people were living in there, and Luke was from that city, and he converted to Christianity during the time of Jesus Christ, and he became one of the apostles, and he is one of the most important figures in Christianity as well. And when you visit Ephesus, you're going to get surprised because one of the earliest basilicas of Christianity, Ephesus Basilica, early Christian basilica, will make you surprised, really. It was built Anno Domini, 4th century, or about 4th or 5th centuries, those days. And unfortunately, when there was big fire in the 7th century, the church was abandoned because it was damaged very badly. And Temple of Hadrian, also another important thing when you visit Ephesus. And Hadrian is also Adrian in English. He was against Christianity. Unfortunately, he killed many Christians those days. He forced Christians to believe in the planets or statues, these kind of things. And the people, of course, the Christians hated Adrian. But the Roman Empire was very rich during the time of Hadrian. It is also Adrianus in Latin language or Roman language. Even Turkish city Edirne name comes from Adrianople, the city that, when we translate into English, that is the city of Hadrian. So if you go to Edirne, it is in European part of Turkey. It's about 300 kilometers away from Istanbul. You can see wonderful places. Inshallah, we will talk about Edirne and its values and the treasures of Edirne in our following programs, of course. And Hadrianus Temple of Hadrianus, is going to attract your attention in Ephesus, ancient city. Ephesus is a very popular area, and our government made a wonderful highway to access from Izmir to Ephesus. So it is very easy and a very secure place to go to Ephesus by car, by bus. And there are always pilgrim buses in between Ephesus and Izmir, because all around the world people are coming to Izmir city to visit Ephesus city. But in Turkish language, Ephesus name is Selçuk. If you look for on the maps, you should look for as Selçuk, S-E-L-U and C. But not only Ephesus, but also some other places, such as Hierapolis. It is not far from Ephesus, is important center for Christianity, but not many people know this. But also Philadelphia. There is also Philadelphia in United States, but the name of Philadelphia in United States comes from Bible, and also the real Philadelphia was in Western Turkey. It's a Roman city. It is called as Philadelphia. When we translate Philadelphia name into English language, it is the love of brother or love of sister, love of siblings. And it is about 172 kilometers away from Ephesus. You can hire a car and you can go by yourself by car. Today, even in Philadelphia, you can see some Roman ancient statues and also some columns, some ancient areas, which are going to make you surprised as well. But on the map, if you look for Philadelphia, you can see Philadelphia in the United States, of course, because it is much more popular today. But you must look for on the map as Alaşehir. Alaşehir is in Manisa city. As I told you, it is 170 kilometers away from Izmir and the Selçuk city. And you can easily access. The roads are really great. The government made beautiful, smooth roads in Turkey, and the traffic is really nice at the moment. And I recommend you buy your car. You can visit those places after hiring, of course. And what you are going to see in there, what is the importance of Philadelphia? In the Old Testament, there are 7 sleepers. They are very famous in Old Testament. They slept about 350 years. Also, this story was mentioned in Quran. They are called as Ashab-ı Kehf. Ashab-ı Kehf, when we translate into English language, the people of cave, because they slept in the cave about 350 years long, and they slept and they woke up 350 years later, and they were very surprised when they woke up, because at the beginning they didn't understand why this happened, but they understood later on, because this was a message for them, because they were asking themselves when we are going to see the good days, and the God made them sleep about 350 years, and after many years they have seen Hadrianus and Diocletianus, who were very bad to Christians. They died, and the Christians started ruling the city, and then when they woke up, they were very happy seeing those obsessors have gone. Hadrianus died, Diocletianus died, and they found the answer of their question, when are we going to see the good days? They had seen after 350 years in Philadelphia. So I kindly request you to come and see the city of Alaşehir and visiting their places, 7 sleepers as well. And another center is Hierapolis. Hierapolis, when we translate from Greek language to Turkish or English, in Turkish Kutsal Şehir, and in English language it is the Holy City. And St. Philippus was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. And while he was traveling in Anatolia, he was always talking about new religion, this monotheistic Christian understanding, and people were coming to his message, of course, and the Caesar was very angry because of his mission. When Caesar decided to kill him, the soldiers have seen St. Philippus in Hierapolis. They said, give up or otherwise we will kill you. And St. Philippus said he will never return back from his faith, his religion. And unfortunately, St. Philippus and his friends were killed in Hierapolis. Today, his grave is in Pamukkale. It's Hierapolis. Today's name is Pamukkale. Pamukkale, new name. When we translate into English language, that means the cotton. It's a castle of cotton, like this, because of there are travertines in there. One of the most beautiful places in the world. It's a world wonder. Ephesus also one of the 7 wonders of the world. But Hierapolis should be considered as one of the 7 wonders of the world. So when you look at internet, please write Pamukkale or Hierapolis, so you will easily understand what I really meant. And the values of Turkey, the treasures of Turkey, are not limited with these people, of course. 4 Gospels of Christianity were accepted in Nicaea, nearby Bursa city. After Jesus, around 325, the Christians, they came together in the first council, and they decided to choose to define 4 Gospels. This is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And today, when you look at New Testament, you can see 4 Gospels, and please consider that these Gospels had been chosen in the city of Nicaea. Today is called as Iznik. Iznik, it has got a beautiful landscape, and also the church where these Gospels had been defined as the main Gospels of Christianity. Of course, St. Philip had Gospel as well, but St. Barnabas had Gospel as well, Thomas as well, and these apostles had written the life of Jesus Christ according to their visions. But Christianity, today's Christianity, had chosen these 4 Gospels and accepted the letters of St. Paul as the Holy Script, and that is why we are reading in the New Testament all these things. And you should consider that St. Paul was born in Tarsus city. In our first program we talked about that, and he had a long journey starting from Tarsus, Antakya, and he visited Turkish cities, and he wrote also letters to people living in Turkey, especially in Western Turkey. But also there were many Christians in Cappadocia, world famous area. There are a lot of caves inside of Cappadocia, and many people all around the world coming and visiting Cappadocia area, and they get surprised after seeing those caves and also the cave churches really. and our government's Ministry of Tourism and Culture giving big importance for the tourism and sharing these wonderful things with the people of the world, and our country is secure. Please come and visit these areas, and you're going to change. If you have got any negative ideas about Turkey, will be different really because of these important places seeing, because Turkey respects all religions and also all the people of the world, and our country is very hospitable for the tourists. Wherever you go, you can see this, you can meet this, and you're going to be always welcomed by the people of Turkey. It doesn't matter wherever you go, the cities or villages, in everywhere people will be very glad to meet you, and they are going to be very helpful. When you are lost, they help you with great pleasure really. And today's program is about these important places. Inshallah, we are going to talk about introducing new places. Goodbye for now. See you again.